Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. It's Yvonne from Ginger Chick Rehab. I'm so glad to have you back and checking out what we're up to. And boy, have we been up to a few things. So if you are new to our channel, this is something I do with my husband, Chris. We take thrift store found items and we give them new life. And here on our channel, we share the process and the vision with you all of how we make over, redo these items and get them ready to resell, and we resell them here locally at a local antique mall. So in today's video, oh my goodness, we've had storms go through our town 2 weekends in a row. We've had long weekends from Friday to Monday, oh my gosh, of no power. The first one didn't really affect us other than we lost power. And then the second one, we just lost a weeping willow tree. I said it gave it a heavy part, apparently. Yes, so anyway, so this is what we did while we had no power. We were supposed to be getting ready for a garage sale. This is a yearly garage sale that US 12 here in Michigan does. And the lady that owns Hog Creek, where our retail booths are, opens it up. And lets us rent a little space. And I thought last year it was a great way to do inventory control. So I was still new. This is only our second year of really being in a booth and doing all of this. So it was a nice way to see what sold and what didn't sell, and to get rid of some things at garage sale prices and meet some people and kind of advertise for your booth inside. So we decided to do it this year again because it was very successful last year. Well, this year, you know, we were closed for COVID, and then people weren't shopping, then they were shopping, and then summer happened and they weren't shopping. And long story short, I had quite a hoard. When I bring stuff home to change that stuff out from the booth, I have an area in our garage that I just put the boxes in, and then it just kind of sits there. Some things never made their turn in the booth because there just wasn't a space to take them in, because I always am making content for you all and I constantly want to get the new stuff in there, and it's okay. I love sharing content, I love sharing your vision, and I love having a place to sell it all, but you know, people always want to see the new stuff, so I give it a certain amount of time, and then some things just, there's never an open space for it in the booth. So long story short, we have all the boxes in the garage. If you saw our shop tour video, I shared with you a little bit how I organized that to keep our sanity. And okay, so then we didn't have power that weekend. Well, at least we had the boxes all packed, and we have the tables, and so I couldn't video. Oh my gosh, we were just sweating to death. It was so hot and so humid. So I just shared with you in the video of the table set up, how I got a visual of how I wanted to set it up when I got there. So our plan was that from 10 to 5 or 10 to something, however, when we ran out of stuff, we would be there from Friday to Saturday. But unfortunately, Hog Creek at 2 did not have power. So we decided on Friday not to go, because there were still some storms scheduled. They still might happen. So I was not going to get our stuff. Well, I love our stuff too much. Even though I'm garage selling it, it doesn't matter. I still love it. I don't want to get wet. I don't want anything to get hurt. So we decided not to do the garage sale on Friday and just go on Saturday, which was completely fine. It was going to be cooler, it wasn't going to be rainy, so that's what we did. So we were home on Friday and we're like, okay, we've got no power, we have to stay nearby to run the generator. We have a generator enough for lights and to keep the refrigerator and freezer good, and that we can have some water and you can watch a DVD. So yeah, what do you do on a long weekend? Well, Chris could play and take a tree down, but so this is what the video is of us getting ready for the garage sale, and what we did to keep busy while we had no power. So I hope you enjoy, guys. And don't forget to stay tuned to the winner of the Superclean. I am so sorry. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't add to my video because I didn't have any power. And the sad thing about that is not only did we have any power, our internet was down, our cell phone was down. We couldn't even get on our phones. I don't know if it was the storm thing or it was the Sprint and T-Mobile combining things, but not a happy camper, that was for sure. So that was very frustrating too. We couldn't even call our kids. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the video, guys.
So if you are new to our channel, I had shared how I store my inventory, how I try to control our inventory when items did not sell or they did not fit in the booth. I didn't have a place to store them. We have a couple shelves in our garage that I put boxes on that I know that will be inventory control for a garage sale. Now, as you're touring all these tables, looking at all these tables, yes, it is quite a pile. It's quite a hoard, stash, whatever word you want to call it. But you have to remember, I have just now been doing this. I just hit my 2 years on July 28th. So the booth was new. We didn't really know what people were looking for from us. We're in an antique mall. Are they looking for crafts from us? And so when I was shopping, I was kind of getting an array of items for people to purchase in our booths. And then since I make content for you all weekly on YouTube, that sometimes plain and simply items don't fit. You have to have a place. I don't like to overpack our booth, and items just kind of have to have a fit, have a flow, and sometimes they just don't fit in, or for one reason or another, they just didn't sell in the time period I thought. Because when I'm constantly making YouTube videos, I want to change out and put the new stuff in because people want to see the new stuff. And yes, some of the things are from my own home decor also, so I don't want you to, yeah. So anyway, you guys, so my children are 22 and 21, and they both work at Hog Creek for right now, and so they helped me reprice the items. So what we did was they looked at the tag that had our stock number that was all onto a little tag, but we wanted to make sure that the price was clear. So the day of the sale, the first day of the sale, our plan is to do 50% off, and then whatever's left on the next day, I plan to do a 70% off on Saturday. So 50% off on Friday and 70% off on Saturday. Because I am a garage. If you're going to buy at garage sales, you want them to be garage sale prices. And I, as you see, need to control my inventory. And we did the garage sale last year with just minimal. I think we had like 4 tables of stuff, and we sold out by 11 o'clock. So so it was well worth our time and a great way to control my inventory yearly. So if you haven't heard that saying, if you want to make a God laugh, tell him your plans. So yes, this is our second weekend in a row. We had some more bad storms come through. Our only loss is this weeping willow that got a heavy part. But as you see in our little neighborhood that we live in, major trees down. Oh my gosh, just pulled them right up from the root. And so for our loss of our weeping willow, I am not, it is okay. Yeah, look at it, decapitated that pine tree, and our poor neighbors down the way, they had the entire tree fall on their house as we're coming up to it. Oh my gosh, look at how it just, the winds just pulled that, how sad. Luckily, they do have insurance, but how scary is that? Well, since it's the second weekend in a row of not having power, and I know you see some lights, we do have a generator. We can run minimal. We can do lights and some fans and watch a DVD, and keep our refrigerator so we don't lose our food in our freezers. So that is a blessing. But so I thought I already had all the items that I needed pretty much to redo Chris's bathroom downstairs. I've been wanting to get to it. I have a paint color. I've got some peel and stick tiles of the flooring. So why not take advantage of this weekend that we can't work in the shop? You can't really use power tools. And I do have enough light that I can go ahead and paint his room, even though Squirt is pretty sure I should just hang out with him and cuddle. And luckily, since this is a basement bathroom, it's a walkout basement. It's a cement slab, so it is way cooler down here. So that's a blessing also. So I just went through and took everything out, took everything off the wall, and now I need to go back in and fill up any of the nail holes, because of course, if you're going to be changing the room, you're going to be changing your decor. So Chris actually picked out the paint color for his bathroom. So it's actually a silvery gray color. It's his bathroom. Guests use it when we entertain, but other than that, it's where he takes his daily showers at. And luckily, while I'm in working on the bathroom, Chris, as a man, he, chainsaw in hand, up to the challenge of taking down that weeping willow. Luckily, the biggest part of the tree was in the middle, so that was the part that got knocked down. So definitely was something that he could actually take down himself, even though I kept a close eye on him taking this tree down. So I don't know, when you guys paint a room, do you tape off? I find that taping off actually makes more of a mess, and sometimes it goes underneath, sometimes it rips off the paint because I always want to take it off. Yeah, anyway, so I just always have these little edging brushes that I get at the Home Depot. Are you guys all a fan of these? And that's how I paint. I just do all my edging first. Just try to go in very slowly, very gingerly. I know you all count how many times I say that, but of course I'm going to say it. But anyway, so yes, I just go in and I cut in all the edges and all the little areas along the molding and the baseboard first. Yep, I find that taping off a lot of times makes more of a mess. For me anyway. So luckily it's a bathroom, so it doesn't take a terrible lot of time. And actually the mirror on there was a permanent mirror that Chris put a frame around. So back in the day it didn't have a frame. So this is just a 3/4 bath, or just a stand-in shower. So yep, I had to do above the shower, just freshening up a paint color. Yep, we have the drop down tiles because you have to have all your plumbing be able to get to it, just in case you need to. So got it all edged up, and yep, nope, I did not tape off. I just took my time using a little step ladder just to get up along that ceiling. So now that I have the hardest part, which I think edging is the hardest part. So I don't know how you all do it, but that's how I go through and do all the edging first, and then I go back and enroll. So how many of you all get nervous when you see that wet paint going, oh my gosh, that's not the color I picked? I always get nervous. I always have to say, trust the process, let it dry, let it cure. So you can definitely tell that the edging is drier than what this is. And you're just never too sure what the color is going to be until it dries. It's always just from that little bitty sample, and it always looks good, but then you never know how it's going to mix with what paint color is on the wall. I painted my entire basement a color, and it ended up being bluer than I liked, but I'm loving this color. And one coat coverage with that roller, guys, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna have to go back in and edge after this is dry. If you're curious on Chris's process of taking the tree down, yes, luckily this weeping willow was not terribly huge. Where it was going to fall, it wasn't going to fall on anything. In October, we've been on a list for 2 years to get a fence, put up a vinyl fence on our property since we took the pool down 2 years ago. At the start of the pandemic, we had all these plans for our property, so might as well just take this tree down, not worry about it falling on the fence. So our little old tree just seems minimal compared to the loss of, these are some of our local campgrounds. We have lots of lakes in our area. Not only are we a farming community, but we have lots of campgrounds. So, oh my gosh, it just hit these campgrounds terrible. It hit lots of these areas terrible. Just lines and power lines. It's going to just be a long time. Some people are not predicted until, I think you guys will be seeing this video on Monday till Tuesday maybe, of getting power back still. But yeah, what can you do? Oh wow, I'm still at awe. I don't think in my lifetime I've ever seen sweet corn laid right to the ground. So since we're not going to have power back anytime soon, I thought, I got the room painted. We went out for lunch because we can't really cook or warm anything up, and you don't want to open and close your refrigerators too often. Why not? I've had these peel and stick tiles that I had found on Walmart. I saw them at a random Walmart when I was looking for Waverly paint. Fell in love with them, thought they would be perfect for Chris's bathroom, something that I can lay myself. He picked out a great paint color to match them, and so why not finish up this day? Yep, it's one day because you have no power, so what else do you do? So I'm going to start right off by cleaning the floor really well and then making sure that it is very dry. And so since I already have, this floor already has a peeling stick underneath, but it was one when they first came out, thought it would be easy, but not a fan of the color anymore. So why not brighten up this bathroom with some fun? I actually had done a black semi version of this in my bathroom upstairs and absolutely loved it. Felt like these were very easy to attach, to lay. Yep, they're very sticky, so you don't want to lay that down until you're ready. And I'm just making sure that my first one is centered where I want it, that it's level, because yep, you want to start off level. But other than peeling off that backing and making sure that first one is centered, I'm going to start right off with just laying the full tiles first. So now I'm just going to butt up that second one right up. Now you want to make sure that your circle pattern on those corners are matching as best as you can. I will share with you from doing my upstairs bathroom that not all those patterns match, but you really have to stare at it not to notice that it may be off just by a little bit. It's a nice update, something that you can do yourself. I feel as if it's very cost efficient. I ordered 10 boxes to do this bathroom. So for about $130, I'm going to have new flooring down in this bathroom. Yep, easy. So far, it's easy to install, so I'm just going to go through and install all the full tiles, just trying to match up those corner areas. I just take the towel to really try to rub it down and get it nice and stuck down. So now I have my first row all done, all my full tiles leading right up, all the way up to the toilet. So there it is, like a little landing strip right there. So now I'm going to start working off to the side. So as you see, for me, it's just the ease of laying all the full tiles. Anything that I have to cut, I'm going to leave until the end. I'm just going to keep butting up all those full tiles. Okay, so the full tiles are the easy part. So this is where the DIY is easy. Now cutting in, yeah, not so much. So what I'm doing here is I'm matching up again as best as I can. It's hard to get that other one. Some of them will be slightly, I'm just being honest with you folks, some of them might be a little bit off, but I'm trying to find which side matches up. And so I know which side to leave and not cut off. So then I flip it upside down and then make a line to match up where the tile needs to be cut. Then I slide it over so slightly so I can get a mark on the other side. And then Chris is helping me cut these because it got really hot and steamy outside and he needed to take a break from cutting the tree. And he has a little bit more muscles. It was taking me quite a few cuts with the X-Acto knife to get these to cut down. Just a little bit stronger hand. But you want them to be nice and secure. That means they are made well. When it comes to the cut pieces, just in case my measurements was a little bit wee off, don't take that backing off yet until you have a dry fit. You'll be able to feel if it's overlapping or not. Because I don't know about your houses, even though we built in 98, it's that perfectly imperfect. Some floors, some walls are not completely level. So if you make a straight cut, it doesn't always, it needs to be adjusted to fit your wall. So luckily this one ended up being okay underneath this cupboard. Yep, that is as far as we got for the tile work. It was just got too hot. So now here is the next day. It is Saturday. We are at the garage sale. Oh my gosh, bright and early. I tried to set up. I knew this was going to happen. Hog Creek didn't have any power, but the garage sales, you were still welcome to come and do the garage sales in their area. So I got everything set up, and as soon as I was taking things out of the boxes, around 8 o'clock, people were already there. I wanted to start at 10. Oh my gosh, what a hot mess. Anyway, but you want to sell, so you just let people go through. If you want to go through my boxes and set them on the tabletops, go ahead. But I did end up getting everything set out. I started trying to remember to take pictures, so I got it set up probably about 9:30. People started buying before that, and so this is now 11 o'clock where we can start condensing tables down of items. You can see, yeah, so for us, inventory control, being able to be at Hog Creek is well worth our time. So a lot of the furniture pieces had already gone. And so, yep, we were just waiting for more people to come. It's just really hard to film. I couldn't really film the setup because people were there. So out of the 10 tables, we were able to condense it into 7 tables, move the larger items underneath the table so you didn't have to travel so far. That's how we just keep working it down, and if there's spaces in between, we just keep taking tables down. And we, as I said, we are just doing 50% off what the tag price is, and if somebody wanted to barter, yes please, let's just not have to take all this stuff back home, because these glass items are heavy. So we were able to condense it down at the end to 3 tables. I didn't get video at the end because Hog Creek ended up getting power back on. And so people really wanted to go into the antique mall, and we had to call our kids to get them to come into work. And so what you see on these tables, there was probably a quarter more gone by the time we started to clean up. But the nice thing is I really can assess what doesn't sell for me. So as you see, we've got some brass items. They didn't sell. I have to be picky when it comes to the white items. Some of the wood items, I need to be a little bit pickier. I don't know why nobody wanted that buffalo plaid stool, or yeah, you just never know. But some of those other things did sell before we cleaned up. And yep, no, I'm not going to do any cheese crockery, any big cake plates, magazine racks, or here and there if they sell or not. But this was my load up for Goodwill. Nope, I was not bringing it home. I know you probably all like, oh my gosh, I just have to control inventory. I have to take inventory and take it as a loss. Since this is a self-employment job for me, then I can deduct that as a loss. Don't forget to get your donation receipt. So no, we did not come home and work on this bathroom. We were like, we are just vegging, taking the rest of the night off. Yeah, Chris probably did burn some of the weeping willow because, it's a chainsaw, it's cutting down stuff, and it's burning stuff. I don't know about your men in your life, but I know my husband likes to burn stuff. So the next morning after we had breakfast, we went down and finished the rest of this tile work in his bathroom. I will share with you that me and Chris have 2 different ways of doing measurements. So this is how I measure. He measures with a ruler and a level, and this is what I do. I take a piece of cardstock. These are 12 by 12 tiles. This is 12 by 12 cardstock. So that's what I do, especially to go around this toilet. That way you don't have to remove the toilet. And then, yep, so I make my marking on the cardstock. I take the cardstock over to the piece of tile, draw a line around it, and then cut it out. And then these are my random, do any of you from Stampin' Up! Have those scissors still that we used to have to cut our stamps and put them on our wooden blocks? It's definitely come in handy to keep those scissors. And yep, so even all these little pieces working around this tile, it just makes it easier to be able to take an X-Acto knife with cardstock to make a template. You will have a little cleanup to do where that sticky residue from the back comes in the front, just a little bit of cotton ball and some rubbing alcohol to get rid of the sticky that might have come on the front of the tiles. So since our walls weren't as straight as we'd like them to be, and some of our cuts weren't as straight as we wanted them to be, caulk to the rescue. Yep, I'm just gonna go caulk around the baseboard, and that'll definitely tie everything in together. If you've been waiting patiently throughout the whole video, here it is. YouTube has a random comment picker, so I just attached the code for the YouTube video, what I needed you to hashtag in the comment section, and here is our winner.
So Rose Knott, you are the winner of the Superclean package, so please email me with your address so we can get your goods out to you. So my email is down in my description box. So, and Rose, I really do think you will love the Superclean products because, oh my gosh, we absolutely do too. So I hope that you enjoy your package. And thank you, Superclean, again for sponsoring this. Okay, so what did you think? Let's touch on that garage sale first. Yep, it's inventory control. That is probably something I will do yearly if we have enough stock to do it. That way I can control the inventory, that you don't just have a hoard that I don't have to sell on Marketplace. So we'll see how it goes from year to year. Yep, it was quite a hoard, but I kind of wanted to share I was trying not to take pictures when people were there. The first two people in the video that I just got their backs, they have actually come to our home sales. They have supported us so long, and the ginger chick, I just absolutely love those ladies. So I don't think they mind that they got their backs in there. So most of the time I was trying to keep people out because you never know how people feel about it. And yep, I guess I have to take it as a God wink moment. Our lives are so busy, and we make them busy ourselves because we are busybodies. And I had the paint, I had the tile, I've been wanting to do Chris's bathroom, so there you go. We had enough light to be able to do Chris's bathroom, so why not? So I just shared how I paint and how to lay peel and stick tiles. So I hope that I entertained you, and I hope I shared a little bit of our garage sale with you and how it went. So, and as the garage sale came, I'm sure everybody's wondering, how much did you make? How much? We made close to $900 from let's say a 9 to 2 o'clock stint. So I am not sad about that at all. That is I think that's a great day's work. So, and yes, I had stuff that I was just going to donate, but for me, I have to control my inventory, and there's no sense of me bringing a lot of that home because it wasn't stuff I was going to make over, and it wasn't stuff that sold. Some of it hadn't sold for 2 years that were, I had in and out of the booth a couple times. So it's all good. Just, I get to start over fresh. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope I have inspired you in any way, when you're out thrifting or as a reseller, how to control your inventory. If you have a lot of inventory, don't get discouraged. Just know that you can do some type of a sale. Everybody loves a 50% off sale. Because when we would tell people it was 50% off, oh, they were so excited. And some people didn't. Here's the first time, so they went back and got some more. So yeah, well worth our time. So thanks for watching today's video, guys, and thank you for being part of our YouTube family. And if this is the first time you're checking us out and you enjoyed this type of video, click on the subscription button along with the notification bell so you know when we've uploaded a new video, and we'll see you next time, guys. Bye.